Speak of the devil, we are live, and I forgot to turn on the campaign. Shh. I didn't do anything wrong. I need to start up the fucking Foundry and not show it on stream. So I am doing that right now.
Also need to check audio, make sure we're not muted.
Oh, we aren't muted. I double checked that first thing. I have learned my lesson. I look at the bars when it starts.
I fiddled with the gain on my mic. Am I any better?
Sounds really nice.
You're pretty good now, yeah.
Cool.
It was just when you first came in, it was like it was like it was registering your other mic, but then it was like super boosted.
Yeah, it's a bit blasted, but yeah, no, this is good. This is good.
Ooh.
Good job, Chief.
Fucking stone.
All right, we should probably actually do the intro part of yada yada. Hello, everyone. I am Trisky. Welcome back to Unlucky Rolls. It has been a good long time since we've had the opportunity to do this campaign with you all, but I am very happy to have you back. Just a quick note that I would like to make before we start. Fuck Wizards of the Coast. They're scumbags, and they don't deserve our money.
It's not just Wizards.
Not just Wizards.
Well, yeah, it's Hasbro too. But Hasbro owns Wizards of the Coast, so goes up the chain. Anyway, if you haven't heard of any of the recent issues with the Open Gaming license, I would look into it. But to give a briefest of summary, it's fucked, and they're trying to take all of your work and use it and feed themselves with calamari every day. Anywho,
Calamari.
You need to boost that to max.
Alright, how about now?
Sorry, folks, we're helping
Still
fix our
still quiet. All right.
friend's microphone.
We're gonna have to look into his microphone still. Yet again, more technical difficulties, par for the course for the channel. One thing I do want to...
settings, yeah, there. Switch.
Oh yeah, it should be the right...
Oh yeah, I also kind of was in the air.
Okay, now you're way too goddamn loud. Stop talking.
We did it! We did it! We did the voice!
I have lowered him down to 100%. Lower the volume on that device to like 90.
He's alive!
What?
Lower it down to like 90.
What?
Okay, I'm a little far.
Something about tears?
Boost it up a tiny bit because now it's a bit too quiet, but yeah, that's doing better. I said like 70, 80. There you go. Try that.
Hello?
Yay!
That should be good. We should be good. We should be good there. All right. Yay. Problem solved. He found the fucking microphone that I gave him for the purposes of these fucking streams that he hasn't been using. Anywho, one last thing I would like to very briefly mention before we do start, because I feel like we've been doing this from the get-go, but we haven't been. I would very much like to invite you all to join our shitty Discord server where we're a bunch of dipshits. I have the URL written on the screen right now, but if you are just listening to this podcast style, you're gonna have to type in a bunch of random letters in order, so I apologize. discord.gg/HGMFBZYJVC. I need to get a better permanent link. The one that I had before is scuffed. But yeah, there's a Discord server. We're all chill there. We talk about stuff. Hopefully you'll join us. Anyway, that's all the shit that I wanted to talk about beforehand. Let's get on to the summary of what's going on right now.
Bite, by the way.
Come again?
I said I bite.
Oh yeah, he does bite. He will murder you if you step out of place. Anywho, so, last session, the party has been investigating a disturbance for a nearby town and have discovered that the thing that is causing problems here is a massive rock, ROC, which is a big-ass bird if you've never heard of this creature. It looks like a vulture with massive wings and outsizes every single member of the party combined, basically, who is currently being fed by a cult of Kenku or crow folk Tengu that worship it for some reason. And so part of the things that they've been doing is hunting down basically any and all meat sources within the area, including the townsfolk. And so the town has been under assault constantly and been getting raided by these guys who are trying to grab food and bring it back to their master. And as of right now, the party has decided, yeah, we need to kill this thing, but we can't really do it alone. So we are going to get a big old group of guys and gals together and murder this thing. And they even got the help of a rock giant that they have befriended in the past to assist them with this. So today we are basically having a very nice battle as I lean over and pick up something I dropped. All right. So, boop.
Loading rock encounter.
Oh.
So you venture forth from the small cave that you've been using as a temporary home to house you as you prepare for this raid. And you approach the location that was previously scouted out, I believe, by Runt the Bird.
Yes.
To find out that the rock lives here atop this set of hills perched next to like a solitary larger hill looming over it. Almost mountainous, but just barely short. And their area is supposedly occupied by things you don't want to see. But quick question for you all. You approach at what time in the day?
I believe we agreed after the raiding party had left, which
Yep.
Yeah, I think that's when we all agreed to meet.
So you wait until you see the Tengu flying off into the sky far away to go raid the nearby areas for wildlife and food to bring to their master. And as soon as it seems that all of them are out of range, out of sight, you approach from the east towards the rock's known location. You had organized with the other adventuring party to meet you here around this time, and they supposedly follow your instructions as you come in and spot them loosely on the opposite side of this pathway here. Meanwhile, another individual in the party, well, not part of the party yet, another individual finds his way into this scenario against his will. A lone ratkin man named Fester comes about and is actively looking into getting back his stolen goods, as it appears that his portable alchemist table set, his portable alchemy kit, was yoinked by the Tengu when he hid from them earlier because it contains certain materials that could be edible. They don't know, but it might be food, so bring it back. And so they yoinked the entire kit from him, probably his most valuable possession. He wants that back, but he also doesn't want to face a rock on his own. So, Fester, you make your way in and sort of scale around the side of the cliff to come to this location and approach from the top leftmost corner here. You look about and look up towards the hill. And while you can't see it technically on the map, you can see the actual rock itself sitting up above you on the hillside.
All right. I assume I can see like some of the people gathered as well.
You can see anybody you can see physically on the map you can see. So you can see the group to your south.
Mm-hmm. As Fester like sees the group to the south, he goes, "Okay, time to put on my face again."
And I'm just going to very quickly... The rock sits perched up at the top of the hill, looking down at its pile of something that it's supposedly eating from, as the sounds of beaks pecking at the ground and picking things up and tearing flesh apart emanate from its location. Meanwhile, you meet up with... the rest of the party meets up with Orthalgar, the rock giant. He greets you with a solemn nod, but knowing that you have a little bit of the element of surprise, doesn't say anything yet. So, basically, how do you all want to start this encounter?
Well, I think we'll try to meet with the other group, or at least halfway with them, and kind of just go from there.
Alright, so game is currently paused. Let me unpause that for you. Move as you will. Just move slowly if you decide to move.
So. I think before I do anything, is I'm gonna plop share languages again for the day.
Alrighty. Rest of the party moving up alongside Orthalgar basically keeps pace with you.
This point, I see them. Do I notice anything different?
They approach very slowly, but overall they do still notice you at this point and wave. They sort of do recognition, and you notice the dwarf making a bunch of strange signals that you don't understand.
I'll interpret them as come here. So stealthily, I'll move up to this bush.
He'll move up to some low rocks and crouch down and look at you and just make more hand signals that would you like to try and interpret them with a skill check for me?
Sure.
What would you think would be your best way to do so? What skill check would you propose?
I would suggest linguistics to try to determine the gestures he's doing.
To interpret his body language and whatnot. Okay. He's obviously trying to coordinate something, but exactly what he's trying to coordinate, you have no fucking clue.
I'll just give him the emptiest stare, like, oh.
He just sort of looks at you for a moment, realizes you don't understand, and then just sort of sighs and pulls out his weapon. He's like, points at you, points at himself, points at the rock up on the hill, and just does like a little motion with his fingers for running.
Right. I'm gonna wave the rest of the party up, and then I want to do a little quick look around or listen to see if I detect any other Tengus that might have lingered behind.
So I would like you to do a perception check, and I would also like all the party members, including our new friend, to do a stealth check for me.
We'll get my stealth out of the way first.
All right. Stealth check.
Boy.
I was going to ask if I could cast a spell.
Oh yeah, what is it?
Do it.
I would like to cast the spell Disguise Self, if I could. And Marasmus, being the shifty, shapy boy, would like to go ahead and transform himself into a kind of like a rock-sized, maybe a bit of a boulder, maybe a bit of a rock. He's hoping to go a bit incognito.
Oh,
He's
all right. So
Dwayne.
you're becoming a rock, moving around, ready to rock the show.
Eh.
All right. So
I'm trying to figure
Uh,
out how to public roll, right?
yeah, public roll.
public
You
roll.
click the dice and it should automatically roll it. It'll ask for a normal take 10 or take 20.
Okay.
Should I add that disguise bonus to my stealth check then? Or should I just roll
Yes.
disguise?
Both.
If it's a stealth bonus, you can, yeah, basically both.
Okay.
I believe my stealth is probably a bit higher since the alchemist's lab isn't in my inventory, so that's weighing me down a little bit.
Okay, there.
We can hide the weight on the alchemist lab for now. So yeah, that would bring him down.
All right. Here we go.
What is your current weight?
I just need to find stealth.
Also, you're using weight for your currency. That's turned off. You should turn that off. Yeah, weightless
Ow.
currency. Oh, you don't have any currency sets.
Should I just do a normal stealth check or plus 10 for that stealth check?
Yeah, just do a normal stealth check and we'll modify it.
Was it safe to assume your portable alchemy lab is with your alchemy kit?
So that will actually be a 23, right?
So it's under skills, right?
Yes, under skills, it should be just stealth. You're looking for the
Alright.
die in that section.
Base dice, situational bonus.
Oh no, you don't click it. You click the die on the where you see. So you clicked it and it opened up the stuff.
Mm-hmm.
Close out the little window it opened. Roll over. Click the dice icon. Oh yeah, no,
That's
yeah.
right next to the
You-
plus.
You were actually your base dice situation. Just hit normal. Just click the normal.
Normal. Okay. Good.
All right.
So if your alchemy kit is with your portable lab, you would have lost at least 93 pounds.
Well, the alchemy kit is like my backpack and
Okay, so you would have.
bedroll and such.
So your weight is dropped by 20. I'm going to do my perception check now.
Give me just a second.
Just get that note here.
Oh,
Okay, now it's my alchemist kit. That's Weigh me down. Never mind.
All
My
right,
stealth is
so-
minimal.
You hear some movement out of the ordinary up top on the hill, as if it's getting startled by something, and it looks around and glares down in your general direction as you all duck behind respective cover. Orthulgar is just doing like that stick behind that pole kind of fucking comedy trick in like Looney Tunes cartoons or some shit. And the rest of you are like ducking low, or Marasmus is rock and whatnot, and he looks about and doesn't think anything of it. Runt, as you try to look about and find anything that may have lingered about, you do notice that up on the hill near the rock is another small bit of a figure poking up and doing some sort of strange movement. You have no idea what it is, but there is something else on the hill alongside the rock itself.
Okay, so there's probably at least one or two people. I'm gonna turn back to the party and hold up an ambiguous 2, maybe plus. I look at them and give them a thumbs up? Question mark. Looking at the party.
You just see a rock like sliding along the side.
I
The
turn
rock
back
suddenly grows a
to-
hand and it gives you a thumbs up back.
I turn back to Zaroon, gives a thumbs up.
He nods and in typical barbarian fashion proceeds to scream at the top of his lungs and sprint.
you
Hearing
silly
him
tiny
do
bit.
that, I'm gonna do a full round. If I could see it, I could see it, right?
Yeah, if you
If
can
my
see it, you
token
can
can see
see it. Considering you can only partially see it, anything that you do, like if it requires like a roll to hit it, they have the benefit of cover. But if it's not anything like that, then it's as normal. Like if you, for example, if you were to take a pot shot at it with an arrow, it would act as if it's can cover right now because of the odd angle. But that's about it.
Well, luckily, this one is just a save to do. He's within range. I see this guy. As the initiative starts, Rent is going to do Call Lightning on this guy.
All right.
I will click it because that also lasts for a minute per level. So for 6 minutes, I can call lightning strikes. How do I show it in chat? There we go. After completing the spell, so at the beginning of my next round, a lightning strike will call down.
All
The
right.
creature in the target square is electrified. They need to make a reflex save for half.
All right. So we need to make that save now, or is it at the beginning of next round?
If combat hasn't started yet and it takes a round to cast, I'm assuming when the spell would go off is when the combat would start.
Okay, fair enough.
So
so-
once people are ready, Run's going to do that.
I mean, you already have somebody screaming and charging in.
Yeah.
Leroy. Zaroon.
Zone Banehammer!
Oh my god, he just went in. Stick to the plan.
There was no plan. Shit. Just hit.
Alrighty. If you all want to go into it's a little fist symbol right next to chat, and roll your initiative for me, I will then proceed to do the results of this on the Call Lightning on this one. One. So what kind of roll was it for saving throw? Reflex
save
halves
for
it?
half. Yes. I rolled a 16.
Alright.
Oh boy. Oh boy, oh boy, oh boy. So Chaise
So reflex save was 16, you said?
17.
Failed. Roll what do you have to roll damage or is it fixed?
I don't know where the damage is for that. Oh, I can't see it at all.
3d 10 points of electricity damage. Oh wait, no, 3d6.
Do I also roll for reflex?
No.
No. This is the one that he's targeting with his lightning spell.
Do you see the
Ah.
fist icon that says combat tracker?
Mm-hmm.
Click that and then click the dice next to your name. That'll
Roll for initiative, yeah.
Oh,
says
first
so-
initiative. Okay.
nice.
Last to roll, first in order.
So now I can do that and then grab Chaise and move up to with bird shape.
All right, so we are now officially in combat as you need to roll a 3d6 for damage on the
Yeah,
one that you lightning bolted. Just roll 3d6, we'll do it manually.
is that it? No, it's no. What the fuck?
Oh, that's 1d20.
It didn't. 3d6. 8 damage. So the sound of fight battle starts, and you just hear.
The bolt of lightning strikes down horrifically into the crowd, with the target receiving let's see, you did roll it, right?
Yep, 8 points of damage.
8. All right.
All right.
A lightning bolt cracks down and stabs into the mask of this birded. I'll just go with that. Birded figure up on the hill, and it shrieks a very high-pitched avian shriek as it takes damage and is not happy, to say the least. And that is when we move on to Chaise's turn. So begin combat.
All right. Combat tracker.
Size. I cannot.
Love that token for a Tengu, by the way.
That's a
Yeah.
great token.
Where is the token though? Where is it in my line of sight or is it
Ye-
Can you, if you can physically see it, you have eyes on it.
Yeah. So I don't think I can do much other than
Probably get a move on up there.
It is up here somewhere.
yeah. So basically I have to just basically get a move on, so
So I like the mentality of not punishing someone for rolling well on initiative when it just benefits them. So while you basically do have to move, I will also let you end your turn with a prepared action to strike at whatever comes up to you as a result.
Well, I was going to prepare for my next turn to wild shape and lift off with Chaise for ease of combat purposes, like we discussed.
You did already discuss this with Chaise prior in game, right?
Whoop, someone did something.
oh, sorry.
I talked about it, but I never got a response, but I assumed that the fact that being able to keep her in combat is the play here.
oh, sorry.
Click on the center of those things that you're accidentally making and just hit the delete key.
Chaise is making fireballs ready.
Oh God, Chaise! Where did you learn that?
She learned she's a wild magic caster.
Okay, I try to click on them, they don't want me to. They won't let me delete them.
Click on the
we
highlight,
go, I
not
got
the
it.
tool.
Thank you.
I got it. It's always a fun thing. It is a very good system. When you don't know what the fuck you're doing, though, it doesn't help. So,
Yeah.
Mag, I'm
I
not sure if
think-
you were listening to what Runt was talking about with the his whole plan,
Mm-hmm.
Well,
because it involves you.
involves me picking you up and losing my talent attack, but having you be able to fight the rock without having to worry about it flying away from you.
Yeah.
And since I go after the rock, I can always make sure.
Yeah.
You cut out a
Sounds
bit
like
there,
a-
but the point got across.
Yeah. Oh, sorry. Let me adjust my setting.
No worries. So, Chaise, are you gonna just stick around and wait?
Yeah. I'll stick around and wait, see what Runt's got planned for me.
She could ready an attack for when this does happen.
Yeah, I'll basically prepare my attack with my greatsword.
Yep, prepare an
Power
attack. That
vital
is absolutely
strike,
fine.
cut a bitch open. Let's go.
But that is about the end of your turn. Do you have a means within that little combat order menu to manually say my turn is over, or do I have to do it?
Click end turn, Chase.
Yeah, in that
Uh,
fist menu.
Fist menu. Okay.
You can right click.
Enter.
Yep. You can also right click to pop it out and move it on the window itself for the game.
Mm-hmm.
So you don't have to keep clicking on the tab.
Yeah.
It's Bert's turn.
All right. So you hear the flapping of massive wings as something huge takes to the air and covers the sky. And the great beast floats above and comes down at the screaming dwarf, ready to attack.
I'm a rock.
Lobster.
me Talon Strike.
Big bird.
Oh boy.
All right.
Listen, my first plan was to use the Earthbind spell, but then I realized it's not in first edition Pathfinder. That's when this backup plan came into fruition.
Ooh boy, as oh, it's not updating it.
Poor little angry man. He just got bitch slapped by a bird.
Oh no, he just got knocked down to that. Oops. I need a. I think it was really delayed on actually adding the fucking damage to him, so I wound up clicking it 3 times and putting him into like -17 or some shit.
He is dead. Out of game, no more play. No game for you, dwarf.
Our
All
tolerable
right, so
man.
the massive rock comes flying down, and with his great talon, rips a massive gash into Zarun's shoulder as he screams and raises his axe in retaliation. But he is slow on the upkeep, and with that, it is. You hear some like bemoaned avian noises as something up on the hill scuttles back. And, damn, where is she at? Okay, I'm not doing very well with this one. Something in the background scuttles away out of view, and you don't seem to see it anymore at the moment. Nothing seems to come of it, though, other than, what you can only assume is avian swearing. Meanwhile, your friend Brock comes over and targets up the rock that has now come down to the ground with his swiping attack and attempts to punch it in the beak.
Yes.
To the beak. Beak punch.
Oh, jeez. I didn't finish his sheet. I was not as prepared as I thought because he doesn't even have an armed attack.
No.
Am I the only one that's seeing the attack rolls?
No, I'm not seeing him either. I think it's because, well,
Gotcha.
it's a enemy monster.
Makes sense.
Oh, okay. No, the reason it was because I was set to self-roll accidentally.
Oh, you said a goose?
Zephyr just messed up his wrist that time.
There, now it should be shown.
Oof. Oof.
Yeah.
I
No one.
don't want to see it anymore.
Close it.
No wonder.
Close it.
All right. No, just kidding. You have to see it. It is the truth.
How much damage was that? 18 plus 18.
Oh, that's the roll to hit.
Yeah, that's the
Yeah,
to hit.
that's a 19. That's a 9 strength.
Poor man just got.
Poor man just got hit by a rock.
I see what you did there.
That is a miss.
Oh no.
As
You missed a fuck all
Brock
bird.
charges up and attempts to hit a strike on it, but fails miserably. Luckily, he is a monk, so I believe there's a second follow-up flurry of blows. Hit.
Flurry of blows.
Yeah, what's he's going for?
Silly blow.
Ooh, 21.
That time, he does manage to get a hit in.
He booped the snoot.
Just new.
Boop the snoot.
Oh! Actually,
Oh no.
he missed.
Oh no.
As the follow-up blow looks like it's going to land true, but it's a vulture.
It looks like he's
I
got cool sunglasses.
I love how it zoomed in just so we could see that. Anyone else notice that?
I love Skroak in the chat, just like grab its beak and twist it. Good old beak twist.
Old beak twist.
But yeah, no, alas, no positive result of that. However, the next turn that actually matters is the giant, as Ortholger makes his way around the worst of the trees, sort of like half sharing a spot here with it, but he is in range, and pulls out his mighty axe and looks at the rock with mostly indifference, to be honest with you, as he brings his axe up and swings it down.
Oh, Jesus Christ.
That first attack does hit. Is that a crit? That is not a confirmed crit, I don't believe.
Wait, it rolled a natural 20.
No, it rolled a nat 20 on the main one, but didn't confirm it.
If it rolls a nat 20 on the main one, then it's a guaranteed crit. It only needs to confirm if it's a 19 or lower on a crit chance.
Ah, gotcha. So,
Jesus. Did we over prepare for this fight?
I think we just got lucky.
I think we just got really lucky.
I'm hungry, okay? Marasmus is gonna eat this damn bird.
So hold on.
Ortholger comes up with his axe, looks at this rock with indifference, and lifts it up. As the rock is attempting to dodge back and forth from the punches of the meager humanoid below it, it turns and spots as the axe goes past its face and straight into the side of its neck, gouging deep and hard into its flesh. The rock screams in anger. And with that, Rasmus, Zephyr, and Chaise, roll me a perception.
Woo.
Okay.
That's was it almost a butcher fight all over again?
Okay, hold on. Let's see if I can find what's perception. There it is.
Ah, yes, I can see something.
I saw an 11.
There is a tree there.
That's a lot of blood.
That's a lot of nuts.
That's a lot of damage.
Fucking
Alright, give me
magnets,
just a
bitch.
second.
Magnets.
I need to do just one more thing real quick in the background here. Don't mind me, you lovely DM, just getting things done properly.
This is DM going, oh shit, things are going actually really bad because I wasn't expecting this.
No, he's just like, no, it's got extra hit points for this reason. It's got extra hit points. It's digesting food.
At least at 100 hit points, we'll be fine.
Oh, wow, this guy got hurt really, really bad. Ow, oh no, wow, this fight might go really quickly if you're lucky. What good luck for you. Totally ignore anything to the side. You don't hear any of that.
We have upset the GM, chat. This is what we call a gamer move.
Rocks fall, everyone dies.
Joke's on you, I am the rock.
I mean,
That's
I will be blunt with you. I had something planned, but now I'm just expediting said plan.
Oh, so oh shit, we phase 2.
Oh shit, speed it up.
We hit phase 2. We skipped DPS phase.
The birds are coming
A
back.
whole flock of rocks. They're
Yeah,
coming
you
down.
did a fucking speed run check.
It's fucking. We skipped the bonus. We skipped the ad phase. Let's go.
Why?
Babe, that's what we're.
All right, so as you proceed to watch the blood spray from the massive creature, Chaise and Zephyr, you look up, and beside you, each to see a arrow whizzing towards your head. A familiar-looking arrow.
Oh no.
As
Oh,
I will
no.
start with one on Zephyr first.
Chase is very familiar with these arrows.
Oh no!
You have a- You have a bunch of them.
It's the crispy arrows.
You have a bunch of them too.
One of them whizzes straight past Zephyr's head, because my luck is illegal.
Bring it.
DM can't win. It's impossible.
She's like turning and smiling at this one too.
However, the other one pierces into the back of our mimic friend's lovely upholstery. As I can just force it to apply the damage. There we go. Chaise, arrow in the back of your couch.
No.
Not the couch.
Meanwhile, as you two were around, Runt, you look up and past Eartholger and notice a shape drop down nearby as a strange figure lands right next to Brock and swings at him with dual daggers.
The fuck?
That's targeted. Good. The first one manages to hit, dealing 5 damage. but the second follow-up attack does not get confirmed and thus does not crit. So Brock winds up taking a couple of dagger hits to the side as you see this other shape drop down from the hill. Wherever it was hiding, you're not sure, but it comes out with a vengeance. Meanwhile, Fester, you all of a sudden notice that there is a massive fight breaking out in front of you. A giant just fucking carved into the neck of this giant rock, and in response, tons of these things that stole your shit pop out of nowhere and start attacking the rest of the party. It is your turn.
All right, so I'm going to drink a potion, or a extract rather. Let's see. Farmers. Use that. Oops. Give myself...
and before I forget, I alluded to it with the familiarity, but Chaise, you are now doused. Go on. Sorry to interrupt. I just wanted to make a note of that.
And after consuming the extract, I'm going to move up. Let's see, 5, and about there.
And is that calling it, or do you have
Yep,
something else to pull up?
That should be it.
All right. In the fist menu, click to end your turn as... All right. Zephyr, Chaise, roll another perception check for me.
Starting to see a little bit more.
All right.
Well, you got the extra eyes for it, so.
And Zephyr still needs to. Ken.
All right, sorry, I had to step up for a second. What was the roll?
Perception check for me.
All right.
You are
12.
oblivious. Nothing of note. Meanwhile, Zaroon Banehammer pulls out his axe and targets the rock, screaming, "Rock and hammer!" As boop. That actually does hit.
Ew.
He brings up his hammer and swings it down towards the rock. Taking another chunk of flesh out of part of its wing, as this rock is looking worse for wear down at the multiple axe blows that have graced it. The party cleric of the other adventuring party casts oh damn, that's not the one I want. Fuck, I am boop. Alright, I have an idea of what they'll do instead. They point at the Tengu figure that dropped down beside Brock and hold up their hands. Their eyes glow briefly red as they attempt to tell it to fuck off. However, it does not seem to... Arcane spell failure. I'm not sure what that's saying.
If they're
If they have armor.
wait, clerics don't suffer spell fail though.
True. Yeah, clerics don't.
Ignore
have
spell fail.
All right. It manages to ignore the attempt, but she tries to scare it away in some capacity. It shakes its head in anger as she then proceeds to move up behind a rock and take cover. It is now
Runt is going to turn into a rock. Using his wild shape. I can't click and drag it out.
I just spilled a shit ton of coffee on myself. Give me a second to get a new shirt.
Oh no. Take 5, everyone. Not only is the GM having a bad time with the rock, they're having a bad time in real life.
Yeah, who tried to make a direct attack on the GM's life points?
Just turn into Yu-Gi-Oh!
Just gotta use my pot of greed. Gotta draw 3 cards.
Oh, hell yeah,
Go
dude.
It's 2 cards! All right, I'm back.
Sorry, what's the effect?
So you take a rock shape, right?
Yep. I am Rock the Last.
All right, so give me just a second to do this.
By the way, Call Lightning is also a spell that I can, since I've cast it once, it's up for 6 minutes, and I can just choose as a standard action to do it again. Yes. I'll move myself.
Excellent.
Right.
There we go. Now we're good.
Right. So as part of my move, I would like to swoop by, pick up Chaise. Can you overlay Chaise on top of one of the bottom corners of me? That's under me. Put her on top so we can see Chaise.
Adjusting layers is weird.
Okay. Well, regardless, I'm going to move to.
Oh, there's a height indicator.
I'm going to move over here. Oh, collides with at least one wall. I shouldn't have bounds by wall.
Oh.
I want to move over here with Chaise. Yes. So that way Chaise can do her big ol' attack, power attack, vital strike. Fuck it up, Chaise.
Yeah.
What's that bird doing with that IKEA furniture?
Right, let's see.
Oh, good heavens, there's 2 of them.
Full attack or single attack?
You have power attack clicked?
Or hang on.
Alright, let me open your sheet.
Give it a good old schmack.
You should be. Let's see if I roll combat. And if I click
Combat.
this.
Weapon attacks.
So you click the greatsword attack, and you want to click power attack.
Okay, click the gray sword.
And I believe, let me double check what Vital Strike does for you again. When you make an attack action, you can make 1 attack at your highest BAB and roll the damage for it twice. So yeah, do power attack with a single attack.
Mm-hmm.
Oh! Oh, this she. I don't think she hits, does she?
No, that is not a...
Damn.
Okay.
Well, you're in range now, so there's that. But you would have been able to roll another 2d6 on top of that if you would have hit.
Hmm.
But But now you're in range. That's the important part.
Okay.
Although you can't move, you just hit. My thing. Why did it remove Chaise from initiative order?
Because I accidentally fucked up.
I'll just move her back to the top. Yes.
Just manually give her a
Yes.
25 because that's the highest number now. Okay, cool. Problem solved.
Yes.
Off behind
Oh,
Zephyr and
I'm not-
Marasmus, yet more movement occurs.
You could add Runt back to the tracker because I can't actually manually end my turn because Runt's not technically there now.
I skipped already for you. I'll manually skip for you since you're in wild shape form. Fuck it.
Okay.
Just keep it simple. In the background, you hear yet another arrow release.
Oop.
All right.
What the fuck? Is it here? Yes.
As yet another guy comes out and shoots at the giant, large form of Runt up above it. As you peek over the cliff. I gave them debuff to it, but it does still look like that should hit, if I recall correctly.
Give me one
Your AC
second.
is
What did they roll?
19. They rolled a 25.
Yeah, 25 would
Cumulative.
hit. So that would take off.
It didn't follow my apply damage thing like I told it to, so -6. You can do manually.
But
You were at like 72, so
yeah, I took it off.
all right, there we go. Another arrow was just passing up into you as you poke mildly over the edge of the cliff and have just recently landed, so no time to really flatten yourself down to avoid things, but an angry paladin runs past and notices Fester, but sort of like keeping half of his back away from you, also still continues to proceed towards this target as he pulls out his lovely sword and swings into the rock. And deals a much weaker but still cumulative blow on the individual. There we go. All right. Zephyr!
Zephyr turns to the one that just shot at her and is just like, I'd say they're plenty busy right now. And starts just coming right at him and is going to punch him in the face or talon him in the face.
All right. You move up there, and as you do, notice another shape that you did not notice prior, standing right next to them.
Well, let's see. This flurry of blows is still going to concentrate on the first guy, though. And the second attack is going to be a stunning fist.
All right. Announced ahead of time, so let us do this. A nat 1.
Oof. Was that only one of the swings?
That is only one, but I don't know how it goes with that. I forget if Pathfinder 1E does attack of opportunity on Nat 1.
Don't believe so.
I think it's GM's fiat.
Yeah.
I'd be out
Ah.
at that point.
All right, so I am going to give it a mild response because as you come in for the blow, you're sort of taken aback by the fact that there's another one, and so they turn, look at you, and swing daggers back towards you in an attempt to, stab you. However, 16 does not hit.
Nope.
And
next
thus
attack.
it is sort of a moot point. You get your follow-up strike. That's a nat 2. They're not having a good first round here.
No. But, hasn't been hurt, though, so she's still bouncing ready.
You can't do any other follow-up blows, right?
Let me double check that real quick. I don't think so.
You should have another attack since you're a 6th level monk. For your blows is +4, +4, -1.
Alright, so 3 attacks total?
But if you're using for your blows, yeah.
Alright, yeah, so let's make that final.
This one will be at a -1.
Alright.
But I don't know if it
with-
automatically
Did you select your target earlier?
Oh, yeah, it was the one that initially shot at her. All 3 of those were at him. So, yeah, 20 -1, 19, so... Everything was nat 20, no, it wasn't. So, yeah. Did that
All right, let me
slap.
double check the AC, but I believe that hits. Yep, that does hit. So, what was the damage again? 13. Cleaving your talons through it with the last hit, you leave a massive gash within its front feathers as it caws back at you in some foreign avian swear. However,
No.
Oh my god!
There are quite a lot of them.
yeah.
Yeah.
Maybe we should group the marksmen and the rogues on the same initiative.
I think
Just to make things a little bit faster.
we need to do
Yeah,
a war
I
of
will do so.
attrition.
I will do that the following round, but since I've been revealing them sort of one by one in their initial
Yeah.
initiative order, I'm ignoring that for now. Once we get back to Chaises, I'll remove a bunch of them. All right. So, yeah. You have who's first actually in this order? All right, I'm just going. They all loose arrows on you.
Oh, boy.
This is not good.
Some of them are obviously better with the bows than others. So, all 4 of those attacks.
So that was a 16, 16, something, and a 10?
18.
First
and
attack was a
10.
21 to hit.
She's
Second
gonna
attack was
burn
a
a
16 to hit.
She's gonna burn a deflect arrows on the 21.
All right, the 21 misses then. 16. Another one is an 18, so that short bow attack will hit, but it also only dealt 1 damage, so if anything, you're getting off very nicely. As 4 arrows come back past you, and one cuts you noticeably deep in the cheek, but then whizzes past.
All
So
right.
just take 1 point of damage.
Oh, So I'm the rock now.
Shut the fuck up. And yeah. Erasmus.
Okay.
Big bird
question.
above Mr. Rock.
Question: Does this is a huge bird, right?
This is big bird.
Is this a large bird or
That's a huge bird. I'm a large bird.
okay? Can't use that spell. I was gonna help out Zephyr, but it looks like he may be a bit outnumbered there.
No, it's not huge, it's gargantuan.
Okay, never mind. Okay.
It's bigger.
Big.
Big bird.
So yeah, I was originally. Yeah, I don't think this is one of those fights where you can just beat all these guys because of that. So I'm still disguised as Rock, by the way, which is great.
Yep.
And it seems like the bird is pretty distracted. So
So it's flat-footed and no AC against you.
is it really?
It's denied Dex and it's considered flat-footed if it has not noticed.
That's wait. How's that work with spells, by the way, or is that just?
Would be a Fester question.
What's up? I was looking at something.
Can you surprise a spell attack?
If he's not been detected, the creature is denied its Dex and is considered flat-footed. But how would that work against spell saves?
I don't think that applies. To save.
In just to keep things moving and roll in the moment, I'm just going to give it a disadvantage on any saving throw.
Okay.
But if it's in the
I cast spontaneous immolation. Burn the fucking bird.
Chimkin!
Yes. And yeah, would I be able to, since it's like a fire that explodes from them. Is there a way to maintain stealth from that? Possible to maintain stealth?
I think you break stealth once you used attack.
True. Wow.
Okay, I did say at disadvantage.
Disadvantage.
So I'm going to roll again. But damn.
Opposite end of the spectrum, natural one, let's go.
Natural one. Fuck. Okay. That means that it just takes half damage, so that is 3d6.
I mean, it is a gargantuan creature with a bunch of buffs to a lot of things, so I'm not surprised, but...
No worries. Is it just...
So what is damage?
Yeah, it's 3d6. Can I just...
You have to type it in.
I just have to type it in. Okay. Oop. 10, so 5. Fuck you.
Fuck you!
Pew.
And so it's
Remind me of
half of that damage.
The bird is big as a battleship.
That should be...
It is not on fire, and it takes 5 damage.
Remind me of
See about that.
Hunter the Parenting.
You singe its arm feathers as it quickly uses the breeze to waft it off, but takes some noticeable burns before it can finish it up. And it turns to look at what was once a rock and is now a goop.
Ace, it's your time! Fuck it up!
All right. Great sword. Power attack.
Vital strike.
Single attack. Let's go.
Oh.
Oh,
Ah, shit.
Oh, no.
This ain't looking too hot.
Any similar to action surge or anything that you have at your current level?
They
do I
mostly get stuff for fighting. Because action surge isn't a thing in here.
Gotcha.
Unless you're
I forget
willing
what carries
to
over.
give her a second attack.
Rule of cool. Go for it.
Should I try again? Okay.
Oh,
Okay.
Okay.
it's a natural 20, so It's no need to confirm.
Okay.
Okay. So, Chaise, you take one attempt to swing at it, and your sword goes wide as it ducks aside. But as you go to do the follow-up upswing, you look up, and the sun seems to glare behind it, silhouetting its shape, as the neck and the head separate.
Okay.
The rock is beheaded.
I think that requires an intimidation check against the fucking cultists.
Oh, they were going to do something like that anyway. They have to make a resolve sort of. So I'm gonna do it as a will save, right? So this is for every single one of the rogues. They're fucking off.
We killed your god.
The marksmen are staying though.
Joy.
Damn.
Actually, that one runs away from you. So this is what happens. Zephyr, roll for me for an attack of opportunity because one of them was in combat range with you. And the other rogue that would be running away is just sort of like cowering in the corner here. So you are, this one is incapped.
Well, didn't catch the fleeing guy.
Nope, you didn't manage to kick him. If you weren't already running away, he would have tried to punch up back at you, but nope. He fucked off. Straight
so
away.
This other one's cowering?
Yeah, the one next to the rock over up top left. It's surrounded by Brock and Edmund. The paladin and the monk from the other party is cowering now.
So the
Just
one
sort
in
of
front
like
of me
drops
still
his
looks
weapons.
great.
Oh yeah, the one in front of you is a marksman,
All right,
which
he still
is
looks ready
they
to
didn't
fight.
run.
All right. No more conundrums yet, then.
So
Yeah,
which
there
ones
are
are
about 5
marksmen,
actual.
Which ones are rogues?
The ones that are remaining and don't have the cowering effect are marksmen. So all 5 of the ones on the right are marksmen. All of the rogues I just deleted.
Okay.
The rock is dead. Oh, I forgot one person.
Yeah, this fucker.
The second rock.
No, he's gone. That priest just like, my faith has been shaken.
You lost your god.
Right. Remove combatant. Alright, so Brock and Edmund will spend their respective turns basically hog-tying this last Tengu. As Orthulgar looks at the now beheaded rock and nods and then turns and sees that other things are coming from the east. And with that in mind, he's just like, no, I don't want that. And starts moving towards them menacingly. And Zephyr, the next thing you know, you're standing beside a rock giant, swinging his axe at this guy. And suffice to say, another head comes off, as this one is now dead.
Rolling, rolling,
Oh.
rolling, rolling. Well, keep rolling,
Yeah.
rolling, rolling.
It was fun while it lasted. Anyone still feeling brave?
Do you make like any like physical display because they won't understand what you're saying?
She does kind of
Gesture.
almost kind of like come at me, bro, pose for a second and like look
Yeah,
to see if any others are retreating.
Roll an intimidate check for me.
No, you'll be no shit right now. I be. Yes. Yes.
That was 13.
All right, I'm just gonna have to roll a will check real quick. See if that's enough for them.
Oh, biscuit is right here.
What?
Yeah.
Is that my
They
my phone?
fucking fly off.
Guess not.
As that is the end of combat.
Erasmus is hungry. He's going to eat the bird.
Hold
Eat the
on.
bird.
Hold
Consume
on.
its flesh. Gain its powers, Morgram.
I'm gonna drop wild shape and start plucking some rock feathers as much as I can. Some big old bird feathers.
Erasmus eats enough to grow to gargantuan size. Hello!
Hello.
Slowly melting matter, becoming huge, becoming swole.
Yes.
Swolrasmus.
Swole Erasmus.
How many feathers do I manage to get from Erasmus consumes?
The bird. I think it's gonna take a while.
You keep the head as a trophy.
The adventurers sort of reconvene with one another. There is now a single one of these tengus tied up with its wings and weapons, with its wings behind its back and its weapons stripped. And you hear a subtle, like, scared cawing from up ahead. You should be able to move about as you see fit.
Right.
Yeah.
So, what do you want me to roll
Fester,
for?
you do not immediately spot what you are seeking.
Mm-hmm. Now I'm gonna start looking for my belongings.
What do you want me to-
As you approach this area, Edmund, the human paladin, turns and looks at you and points a sword at you and says, "What want you, creature?"
Fester sort of
You speak
Does it
regular common, right?
yes, he does
Okay.
a quick, like, up and down with his hat. Oh, yes, greetings. I had something of mine stolen by these bird men, and I merely wish to retrieve my belongings.
He looks at you sort of oddly and just sort of nods, and you get the feeling that he's still eyeing you warily, but he simply just picks up this creature and starts to move it aside. The carcass is hard to move, but it doesn't completely block the way. Sort of like slumped over the edge, so you can make it through. And as you continue further, the monk looks down at you and just sort of gives you a curt nod. And Zaroon, meanwhile, is cutting up cutting off the claws of the beast for something. As his cleric companion heals him from behind.
Yes, good day. Yes. Pardon me.
Hello!
Hello there.
Is that a rat?
I don't think he's causing us much trouble. Who might
That-
you be?
That's a rat.
I'm a ratkin, actually. Yes. Please, allow me to introduce myself. My name is Reginald Bartlesby. I am a alchemist.
An alchemist.
Yes.
Erasmus. Pleasure. Is you just passing by?
As I mentioned to the armored one over there, had something of mine stolen by these bird men, bird people. So I have come to retrieve it.
I see. Wish for me to accompany you to look around for whatever you had stolen. I think I've had a bit too much to eat. I'm a bit jiggly. It's just this gelatinous goop just with a top hat and a monocle and mustache comes down.
Yes, that is perfectly fine.
Perfect. Runt, I'm going with this fellow for a
Okay.
bit.
Who's that?
He's, I think a friend.
Okay. Runt is going
Runt
to
is,
continue.
Runt is so,
plucking-
like, doesn't
He's-
ask questions.
He's focused on getting some of these big ass feathers.
And I gather Fester and Marasmus head on up to the top here. Or Reginald, sorry.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'll follow him.
I'm just sort of hanging out with Runt, picking feathers.
Do you eat the head?
I will actually was going to suggest we take this back to proof that the deed is done, and that way they could also use this as a warning for any posers.
mid nibble on the head, like
Yeah,
it's like okay.
we know you got the kill. Listen, that was beautiful, but there is a head down there that our friend did manage to get.
Oh, there appears to be someone up here.
There are also talons, which might be equally as impressive.
I think nothing is as scary as a big old skull mounted somewhere, you know?
Yep.
Something says,
Maybe.
leave me the fuck alone, like a big old head.
And meanwhile, focusing the camera back on Marasmus and his new ratkin companion, you come up to the top and see a lone one of these strange creatures cowering in the corner, and like a good 10 feet or so away, 10, 15 feet or so away, are what appears to be any weapons. It was holding a quarter staff, a knife, anything like that, as it just sort of like holds up its hands like, I give up.
Marasmus is going to go ahead and he's going to turn over to his rat friend. If do you see what you're looking for up here? If you may, I could try and communicate with this fellow.
As you look around, you do notice what appears to be your alchemist kit off in the corner, actually behind the figure.
Yes, it appears my belongings are behind the individual.
All right. Go ahead and just start slithering on over there.
You can see the fear in its eyes as you slowly approach.
Oh, you're approaching me?
Oh, you're approaching me? Please don't, I'm scared.
I like to imagine Marasmus like approaches this thing, and he's just like, "Hello," and then like a splashing noise comes out as like a goopy, half-eaten eyeball of the rock is like put right between them. It's just like, "Would you like a bite?"
It reacts to you very much as you would expect something that doesn't understand your language to, with confusion
After
and fear.
More for me, I guess. Oh.
It as you approach, it backs off. It explodes. No, that's not what I meant to do.
I think he's allowing you to take back what's yours, friend.
Yes, good. First, Reginald goes up and picks up what looks to be like kind of like a wooden suitcase. There we are.
Huh. looks good on you.
Thank you.
Of course. We're a bit of a traveling party. If well, are you off anywhere by any chance? We well, could ask. I need to ask the goblin down there, but we're potentially recruiting. I think we lost a kobold.
Yes, I'm not heading anywhere in particular, so I suppose I could join you on your travels.
Perfect. He'll be excited. Oh, well, first we got to go figure out what to do with this ruffian here. Turns over to the man.
If a bird could sweat, it would be.
I'm gonna roll a wisdom real quick for my man Erasmus. Now one.
So,
orange.
what was the purpose of the wisdom check for?
I don't know, but now I'm looking at the Molotov cocktail section. Nah. Erasmus smiles. I think he's a bit misunderstood. Yeah. He's going to go ahead and he's going to pull out a bit of a bento box and set it in front of him. Friend.
Yes, friend.
It sits there and just looks and looks back and forth between you and the thing you just put down there.
I'm going to take a little vial off of my belt and sort of place it on top of the bento box.
Yes. Yes, very good. Very good.
It
Go
looks
ahead
down
and-
at what you're giving it, and you can tell that it's doing this mostly just to placate you, if anything, but it's sort of just like nodding its head in acceptance. It still looks scared out of its mind.
I'd like to pick up the vial if I could, and then cast Drench, so that way I fill it up with water, and offer it to the fellow.
The vial already has some liquid in it.
Oh, okay. Never mind then. In that case, Merasmus would like to go ahead and create a gelatinous hand and stick it out, just like, friend.
It screams.
You hear this?
Oh,
Oh
didn't
yeah,
know we
you
were-
definitely hear this. Everyone hears this. It's an
I think I
avian
scream
like
in
epic scream.
response.
oh, don't worry.
It screams
Oh,
louder at the sound of Runt screaming.
oh, so that's how you make friends here. Ah! Merasmus screams back. I think we're communicating with it.
It somehow is able to avoid falling unconscious from fear.
I'm gonna die of shock.
We're just offering it like food and water or something.
You got shock.
Silly man.
But to make it obviously doesn't understand any of the language you're using whatsoever,
Poor fellow.
and is just trying to not be killed.
Okay. I would like to go ahead and grow a bit using my form, my shifty form, and I would like to try and take his hat. I like his hat.
You reach out and try to grab its hat, and it does not object as you take off this strangely woven patchwork sort of bird's head.
I'm going to wear it on his. Merasmus wears it on his head, sucking back in his top hat, and then he's going to pull out his staff, and he's going to say, "Well, I guess I'm the chief now. I'm the chief. I'm the chief. I'm the chief." And he just starts
It
walking
looks-
down the
It
mountain.
looks at you, and some of its fear gets replaced with what the fuck?
I'm the chief. I'm the chief.
And it then turns and looks at Reginald here.
I sort of point to the vial, make a drinking motion, and give him a thumbs up before following Marasmus.
All right. It eventually reaches out and struggles to open the vial, and hesitates before drinking it. What sort of vial is it?
So that is one of my plague vials.
No.
It needs to make a fortitude save.
Oh no!
Oh, jeez.
What is our
I thought
DC?
this was either going to be merciful or just
The-
extremely brutal.
The DC is 18, unfortunately.
And it rolled a 5 total.
So it is going to be nauseated for an hour.
Impressions are always very important.
It drinks from the vial, tastes it, is about to say, maybe that tastes good, and then all of a sudden you hear, they don't sound like other creatures doing it, but you definitely hear hurling sounds from up there. As it is now basically unable to move in its fear and sickness.
Weird fellow, eh? I'm the chief. I'm the chief.
Oh yes, a strange individual.
Just come back down. Friends, I'm the new chief. I say we take apart this bird and celebrate.
Hey, Chief, did you check its nest?
Oh shit! I'm the chief. I'm the chief.
As Marasmus goes back up top to look at where it perches itself, you see a pile of carcasses. Some humanoid, but most of them wildlife.
Ugh. Wait a minute. If anybody were to have any valuables from that thing, it would probably be that chief over there, that fellowton. But wait, I'm the chief. That's right. I'm the chief. I'm the chief. I'm the chief. He's going to go.
As
What
you're
did you
approaching
have?
again, it is vomiting over everything, including your bento box.
Rude. He's going to go ahead and pull out.
You notice the vial is empty nearby on the ground.
Oh, silly thing. Yeah. He's going to cast drench on it, put water inside of it, and then offer it to him. Do the same drinking motion. I don't think he's very trusting.
He looks at you, vomits again, and passes out.
I see. I think he's sleeping.
Yes, you may want to turn him on his side so he does not drown.
We're not near water. He says confusedly. But he'll do as he say as he turns it over.
Hey, Zaroon. I'll call out.
Hey!
To, think they got another one up there.
What?
I hear them chit-chatting up there.
Hey, bro, you wanna deal with that one? The monk just sort of silently nods and walks off.
Zephyr would actually follow him.
I'm gonna go ahead and see if the chief has any valuables or anything along those lines.
It did drop its weapons further away, which was like a quarterstaff, a dagger, and a short bow with some ammo.
Okay. He didn't have any pouches or anything like that on him.
He does have a quiver with about 25 of those strangely doused arrows on him.
What a silly little man. Oh, hello there. Come on over. He's sleeping.
The monk silently walks up and looks at him and starts tying him up anyway.
Ooh,
Oh, all right. I'm glad that's what he meant by dealing with him. I wanted to make sure that we didn't misunderstand. Oh yeah, I can understand you guys now. By the way.
The monk nods in acknowledgement back at Zephyr as he continues to work. Very few words. Very few words.
Oh, very well. It seems like you two have this man handled. Anyways, I'll be going to be the chief. I'm the chief. I'm the chief.
All right. To be fair, the followers did seem very focused on me. However, you do have the hat.
I do have the hat, yes. Well, maybe if we come across them in the future, it will be beneficial.
True.
Maybe I could convince them that I am the chief. What am I talking about? Of course I'm the chief.
And they could also do that shifting thing again too.
That I may. That I may.
Or we wind up killing more of them. That seems to work as well.
True, true. We tend to get ourselves across a lot of violence. Anyways, you find anything over here, Reginald?
And I start looking through, see if there's any like valuables or anything like that.
Yeah, you want to make a skill check for me on that?
Sure. I'm assuming like perception.
Yeah, perception basically covers like investigation such as well.
May I assist? Oh, good roll.
Go ahead, Erasmus.
Okay. I'm going to be honest, I don't think it's going to be anything better than that, but we'll see.
Yeah, you were right.
He can barely see out of his hat.
So, Fester, what you do is you go over to the nest and you find all of these bodies, a few humans and elves and whatnot in there, but mostly carcasses of wildlife. However, you decide to ignore the wildlife and root through the belongings of the corpses of the living, of the once humanoid creatures. And as you do so, you find a few different things. You find some generic, like, small tools that people would tend to carry on them, like pocket knives and whatnot, most of which don't really interest you and don't seem to hold much value, beyond, like, the rudimentary things that a peasant would do with them. There's a assorted amount of gold on them. Roll 2d20 for me.
All right.
There's about 26 gold pieces amongst them all, which for peasants is actually pretty unusual, but oh well. It's your lucky day, it seems there. And other than their working clothes and those basic things, they didn't really have much. You didn't know this, but the rest of the party, assuming you show anything to Merasmus, Merasmus would know that the town was basically impoverished at the point that the rocks were attacking because of the rocks and everything. It was a surprise that they even still lived there.
Oh, yeah.
I hold out the coins. Found this, but not much else of interest.
I see. Is that, not much from this body pile, unfortunately. However, well, I don't think the dead are going to be using that very much. If you wish to hold on to that, can do so. But yes, goodness. Caused quite the travesty here.
Right. Meanwhile, we're going to swing the camera focus back over. Chaise and Runt are currently gathering feathers and such from the rock. Are you doing anything other than just, like, the feathers, as some of the others cut off, like, claws and whatnot?
Should we look for a staff to put the head on?
No, I take my staff and shove it under the head.
Good point, yes.
Hey, my stick. Attach this big ass bird head to my stick. We use it there for now. We can give it to town when we get back.
Yes.
I think it's a little bit too big to wear.
Yeah.
You would be right, as the head is about the size of your entire body. The fact that you're holding it on your stick is majestic in its own right,
It's a magic stick.
and really weird looking in others.
Un staff magique.
Yeah. You did good out there today.
De rien, de
It's a rather clean cut too. Look.
rien. Observes the clean cut.
The next thing you notice as you're pulling feathers is all of a sudden the entire form shakes, and you look up. Ortholgar has basically driven his axe into the middle of it to bisect it, and begins to carve.
Getting some of that good meat. I'll ask him and Karen.
Food is good for one. However, I feel something.
Huh?
Oh?
I'll
Uh-oh.
if he's cut it open enough, I could probably just crawl in there.
Do you do as such?
Sure.
Crawl into the carcass.
All right, I'll be right back. I'm going in.
He steps back as you root in between the organs and entrails and everything. I would like you to roll a perception check for me.
Perception.
It doesn't take very long for you to find what Ortholgar is talking about as you approach this big old lump that appears to be around where you assume the stomach is. You're not sure. You normally don't look at the insides of creatures that you wild shape into, so you don't know their anatomy. You just know they function.
Yeah.
But as you come up to this lump, it is very, very faint pulsing light inside of it.
Ooh. I'll pick it up. I look into it.
You pick it up. It is completely encased, what you are holding, so you would have to cut it open.
Oh yeah, I mean, probably don't have a blade. Dog just probably just gnaw and peel at it with his hands and teeth.
Yeah, so you chew at this item and try and get everything apart. And after a short bit of doing this, you pull out a strange-looking green glowing gemstone.
Oh. Does it look like the one Chaise has? She has that one
No,
stone.
it does not
Oh.
look the same.
I'll walk out. I say I found the gizzards, and I'll toss them out. Well, I also found this. Show it to her with Ortholgar.
That is the source.
What is it?
And he points at it and sort of like scratches his head and says, "While I can feel the magic from it, I cannot understand its purpose. I am about as knowledgeable of it as you are."
Got an idea. I'll walk over to Zorion. Bloody finger taps.
Oh, what is it?
What's this? And I'll
Hmm.
display the item.
He looks at it, and
I
the
called
next
dibs,
thing
by the way. I found it. Mine. What is it?
the next thing you know is the cleric runs up to you and starts looking at that, and sort of just like smiles a little bit and says, "Ooh, that's a pretty good find."
What is it?
Let's see. Give me just a second to detect. All right. So what you have found is da-da-da-da, it is a amulet of natural armor.
Oh, cool. I should think I know. Huh. You know what? Let me double check something. You know? Hold on a second. Oh, sorry, there's a wall there. Give me a second. Oh, thank you, by the way. I walk over to Chaise and say, hey, you should get this, actually. It's probably more beneficial for. They called it one of them, their things called the Amulet of Natural Armor, whatever that means. And I mean, technically, you did get the kill.
You notice
What's
anything, Runt?
Oh, cool. Oh. Cool. Here you go, Chaise.
And
Did
he's
something
going to
pop
be
up
an
for you,
interesting little
Chaise?
thing. Right-click on Chase's character sheet, and you should be able to do a request trade.
I'm already requesting.
Yay!
it.
You should have
Yeah.
a pop-up for you, Chase, that
Accept.
allows you to do so.
Drag and drop item to trade.
So I accepted the trade.
Yep, I need to go to my inventory. Well, there you go.
Ooh!
Yeah. I can't really use that too well, but I think you might be, since you don't use that armor stuff.
So I accept?
Yeah. So, if I understand correctly, that should make you a bit harder to hit.
Right.
It's essentially what it does is it gives you 1 AC. And since you
So,
can't wear armor, your AC would now be raised to 18.
unused slots. Belt, body, chest, feet, hands,
That's the
Yeah,
next
that's just
slot.
telling you that those are slots that can
Yeah.
work.
So you have
Alright.
a next slot. in use.
Alright.
The tick mark, the X underneath where the suit of armor with the sword and shield icon is, that if you click on that, you should equip it.
Okay, in the shield and so
Look at the amulet of natural armor
yeah.
in your inventory and scroll to the right. You'll see checkmark X.
Mm-hmm.
Click the X.
Mm-hmm.
It is now equipped.
Woo!
Alright.
18 AC! You're as tanky as a Zephyr now.
Yeah.
You're tankier
AC
than me.
18.
AC 18 inbound.
Nice.
Woo!
Nice.
But yeah, that was inside of its stomach, and it was apparently using the power of said gem just by having it on its, well, stomach. was almost like a kidney stone kind of thing that you pulled it out of. So that I guess that must have hurt.
By
But
the
it
way,
ate
Chaise,
that at some point.
Runt is covered and caked in blood and probably walked out with a few bits draping around him as well. Not
Oh
even
yeah, some
realizing-
entrails fall off of Runt as he steps out of the massive rock.
Yeah. Enjoy. You,
All right.
you kind of. I look over at the dead rock. You kind of killed it, did.
Orthulger looks down at the rock and then looks up and simply says, "Are my services still required, or may I go home?"
You want to take some of that meat back with you for you and your kin?
He holds up a bag already filled with meat.
Okay. Well, I thank you for the help.
He nods briefly and then wanders off very slowly. Well, slowly probably for him, but very fast considering his size and stride. As very slowly his shape gets out of view, especially in between all the trees and foliage. Meanwhile, the adventuring party that you befriended all this time seems to be working on packing things up, as the monk is now carrying the unconscious body of this one, and the paladin has picked up the other one, and they all seem to be grouping up and making plans as of right now. But before they head out,
Zephyr would have made a point of asking Brock as, what's to be done with them?
questioning.
I've known that to mean a few different things. Will they be talking with the leadership of of our favorite town, or is this a personal matter
Likely.
between you and them? Likely. So, do you
We'll
believe
see.
in how you call it fairness?
He nods.
Huh. So we can trust you on this. If we are not there, I don't think we really have any reason to stay around this place now this has been solved.
He nods yet again and proceeds to wander back towards the rest of his party. Assumedly, you accompany him as he walks. He's not walking super fast.
Good work today, by the way. I noticed before arrow flew at my head, I noticed some very strong, solid blows at their leader's head.
He sort of just like, the nod is almost imperceptible. It's almost like he doesn't feel like he deserves it.
I hope to see you fight again.
He smiles and he sort of like nods his head to you again in sort of a final manner as he moves off and regroups with his compatriots. And basically, Ron, you come over, Zarun waves you down. The rest of the party looks like they're ready to get out of here. And he just looks down at you and nods happily and reaches out a hand to you.
I'll grab it. I'll go. You want to carve up some of this meat to take back with you?
Of course we will. But first, we have some business to take care of. Don't worry, we'll get it before it rots.
All right, we're gonna head back to Stratton and try to get the other folks to come back. We're gonna give that town this bird head, not only as a deterrent, maybe keep things away, seeing as how has a giant dead bird head. Think that'll work?
We were on our way back to Stentrum as well. but we have our own business to attend to before we head back. We'll maybe see you there.
Yeah, we're probably heading straight back.
Aye. Well done.
Maybe that new person has maybe they can help us find Zephyr's kin. Maybe they know something.
Oh, I wish you the best of luck. All of you.
Hey, if you hear anything about their kin, can you send us some word?
I will keep an ear open and an eye out.
Appreciate it. Thank you again for helping out with this. This was well, I mean, you, my big rock friend, and Chaise did all the work. But
It was fun!
it would have been a lot worse if it had gotten the jump on us.
Aye, of course. But we have work to do in short order now that things are taken care of here. So, until next time.
One quick request though, don't go too hard on. They only they think is right. You know how the land is. Maybe just
We aren't gonna torture them or anything. Don't worry, I'll keep Edmund off of them.
thank you.
He just has a quick laugh, and Edmund and Barack look over and sort of give him like a what's so funny kind of look, and then just shrug it off and start walking away. And the rest of this group proceed out of the area as Zorun gives you one last really, really tight handshake and proceeds to follow them.
Hey, Chief!
I'm the chief, I'm the chief, I'm the chief, I'm the chief. Yes?
Think we're gonna get ready to head back to Stanton.
Oh. It's like standing over the edge looking at this giant bird corpse.
Listen, this can be your land now. You're the chief.
I can own this
On the
land.
edge.
I mean, you claimed it. You were the chief. I guess it's yours. That's how it works.
I the chief. Thank you.
I'll turn over and walk over to Fester and howdy.
Good day. I sort
Uh,
of tip my hat.
So, what brings you here?
Oh, I came to retrieve this, and I hold up the sort of wooden suitcase. Yes, that was about it. Don't have much else to do. I believe the jelly one over there,
Erasmus.
Marasmus, yes, mentioned it might be possible to join you on your travels.
Well, that depends. We gotta. How good are you at mating and handling long?
You cut off at the last syllable.
How good are you at meeting and greeting Longshanks?
Oh, I'm quite proficient in dealing with them. Yes.
Okay, because we're gonna head back to the town in which we're in kind of good relations with. I mean, they kind of like us. Turn to Zephyr. Do they like us? I don't know.
Some do. Only a few seem to hate us, and at least one of those is across the ocean now.
Yeah. Hey, yeah, we fucked his life up real bad, didn't we?
Yes, yeah.
Yeah.
He won't be one of our new friends in the future.
We're heading back to Sandtrain, but really, right now we're kind of Zephyr here. They're looking for their kin, and we're just trying to get some information. We came here thinking they were them, but they weren't them.
Yes,
Yeah.
that was very strange and I think may have let my guard down. kind of stretches, and you can see kind of what seems to be some sort of like scar along her arm.
Oh, if you perhaps give me an hour or two, I can perhaps brew something up to help with that.
Oh, that would be very nice. I love that we can come together and exchange ideas like this. Like I had not had cooked meat for the longest time, but then I met most of the rest that you've met today, and it's all been very interesting. I think actually even the tongue you speak is one that I would not have without this one's magic.
Yeah.
Yes, you all seem to be quite an interesting and diverse group of individuals.
Yeah, saved their lives. They ended up in the swamp.
I was almost eaten by a it was like a crab but with a long rope.
That's what we call cave fisher.
Yes, those.
One of those big
Swamp
old
fish.
crabs. Yeah, one of those big old crabs that shoots sticky webs. They were even lucky they got to see the frog god himself. Or, well, not himself, one of his, what's the word?
One of
Huh,
his
that-
avatars, perhaps?
Yeah. Big
Oh.
frog, big old eyeball. You were there, Zeph.
Yeah. I thought that was him. Is that
That's
could
one
he
of
be the swamp then? How much bigger could he be?
Gods, I believe, can get quite large, but perhaps their shape might be mutable.
Yeah. Well, anyway, you're welcome to stick around. We're just heading back. If you want to wait, we gotta let the others know. I think Erasmus might be eating more of that bird. At this point, do I smell cooked chicken?
Full of chimkin.
Is Erasmus cooking the chicken with burning hands?
Yes, he is. Marasmus fried chicken.
Right. So, I do believe some introductions might need to be made. This is Zephyr. We often just refer. I often just refer to her as.
I like that. Run. I'm afraid I don't know of a shorter version of your name, but your name is straight to the point, as they'd say.
Yeah. Yeah. My name's Runt. You've already met Marasmus, and I look around and Chaise's. Where'd Chaise go?
Chaise perks up and she's like, "Bonjour, it is I. I am Chaise Longue."
That's Chase. Oh, no. Magic. I didn't know he could go invisible, Chase.
Neither did I.
Where'd you go?
Yes, of course. Pleased to make your acquaintance. I am Reginald Bartlesby.
Oh, pleased to meet you.
Reginald Bartles. I'm just gonna call you Reggie. It's easier.
Yes, most people do.
Right. So, what kind of talent you got? Because Z here, they hit things really hard.
Oh,
From above, even.
Yeah.
I am somewhat proficient with a sword. I can make potions and such, and I can make these. And I produce a kind of generic looking, like large bottomed potion bottle. These are explosives.
So wait, you're like a shaman.
And,
You're like
more
Punt.
so-
You're like Punt.
I'm not sure who Punt is, but a bit more scientific than that.
I don't know what the scientific is. I know she makes a bunch of those drinkable things as well, and she gave me this, and I pull out. It's a very rude looking bomb. It is very crude and probably looks like it could go off at any.
Zephyr just takes one step slightly to the right on this log.
That's fine. I put it back. Yeah. No, Punt is the one who taught me a lot of what I know, actually. Rasmus, what you do again? You do
I'm the chief.
he's the chief.
He's the chief. He's the chief.
Anyways, as Erasmus goes ahead and pulls out like full-on chicken. Who's hungry?
Champion.
Champion.
Big champion.
Yes, I do magic and talky stuff, essentially,
Yeah.
and make good chicken.
I do animal things. I can be animals, I can talk to animals, I even got a pet frog. His name's Gobbles. It's a good thing he's not here.
Yes, I think you would have eaten the chicken by now.
I could bring him out.
There you go, Chaise. Now you exist again.
Oh, where'd you come back, Jay? Where'd you go? Right. This here, Chaise can be whatever she wants to be. She likes to be a door sometimes. That was funny.
It was. It is a fun memory.
I don't know. Oh, she could also be a dog.
Turns into Stone Doge.
Fascinating.
Yeah.
Silence.
Should we begin making our way away, or are we setting up camp here for the night?
Making our way.
Reggie here said he'd like an hour so we can do something to Zephyr. I think after that we should head back as soon as we could.
It will take a couple hours, actually, but yes.
How are you
Well, I
looking?
suppose, main threat is gone.
How are you feeling, Chase? You feeling okay?
I'm feeling mostly all right. So
I did see her get shot when I was picking her up.
Yeah, she did get hit in the back. There's still probably an arrow protruding from the back of her with a bunch of like splatter of
Hold up. Here you go.
oil stuff
Let's
on
give
it.
Let's give one of these here. You gonna heal 9 hit points. There you go. Just a little touch. Spit on it. Put some mud on it. Rub it in. How's that feel?
très bon, très bon. Très bien.
Rasmus, you notice that Run's normal walking check has the giant bird's head attached to it. It's just a giant bird head attached to his stick. rat, so
It has to be heavy.
a little bit, but we're just heading back to town, so
I
All
feel
right,
like
then,
I
let's-
absorbed some of the coffee through my pants because I'm already having a crash.
Very well then. Along the way. Along the
Along the
way. On the way.
Away.
On the way. Yay, we did it. That
We
was,
stepped out of the world onto the world map, everyone.
we made it to the quick spot, the quick teleport thing. There we go.
We've launched ourselves into the void.
We're in the
Well, no,
stratosphere.
we'll see. There we go.
you know what's funny? I could technically probably transform into a rock and get this tantrum in the same day.
Oh,
Make a bunch of guards shit their pants at the same time.
Yes, or just number shit on.
I forgot.
Small rock flies in, drops a rock head on nearest guard. Guard screams.
Well, no, because technically it's part of my equipment, so it would melt.
Fun little prank on that guard captain who's been
He's been
What?
working on his detection skills.
How many
Hey,
rations? Oh shit! I forgot to roll how many fucking rations we got from the Cheapkin.
Do it.
I gotta roll
nuts.
nature. I think it was nature or survival.
Or survival.
That's it. Silly survival. I got.
What do you want me to roll for feathers?
I got a lot of meat. It's not edible, but it's meat.
It's still about the same things as survival.
The edible for marasmus.
17 rock feathers.
17 pristine rock feathers.
Woo!
Because you didn't bother to take off the ones that were matted or broken or ripped or anything like that. And the party ventures back. Do you stop at Morston at all before heading back or straight to Stantrum?
A quick go through town to make sure it isn't being looted.
Yeah, so you quickly wander through Morston. It is a ghost town and nothing is there. There's nothing looting or anything of the sort.
I'd be tempted to leave the rockhead there, but I don't want it to be stolen.
You do know there are still members of the group that worship this thing in the area.
Yep.
Whether or not they stayed in this area is a different matter. You don't know.
Right, but we know they're going to stop attacking this town.
I mean, nobody's really in it. Attack anyway.
Well, I could have sworn some of the people, regardless of what we did, stayed behind because they're idiots.
Did anybody stay
They were
behind?
they
I
were
remember
no,
they
they were
wanted to
they were
admit it.
eventually convinced.
So what are we gonna do with this giant skull?
I'm going to give it to the town once we get this tantrum to pour Morston as a warning and deterrent. Because nothing says, hey, fuck off, like a giant bird head.
I just imagine Runt going into like the fucking Mayorston, the mayor's office, and just like leaving it on his fucking desk. And when he finally gets back, it's rotted, like the flesh is rotted off already.
You know, we bring up a good point. There were hunters that left before our attack. Would it not send a powerful message for them to know that their leader is dead and there's no point to continue raiding here? Unless, of course, they're motivated by revenge. Then.
I think when they go back and see a giant dead bird corpse, that might be enough incentive.
The carcass that was
Fair.
left behind.
The thing says shit, like a whole bunch of dead shit.
Part of me objects to this, but it does taste very, very nice.
Is it cannibalism?
Well, no. Do Longshanks eat those those little furry creatures with the same 4 limbs but the tail?
I do.
You eat anything though. I have no idea what you're talking about.
Mm-hmm.
Merasmus actively sucking on a stone as you go along.
Good source of iron.
I'm just imagining this stone sort of like a binky in front of your mouth, just like going suckled back and forth.
It's like a salt lick.
Yeah.
It's like one of those. Remember
That one
Sour
fucking JoJo
Babies?
scene. That one fucking JoJo scene where he's like.
Okay, that like those. They used to sell these Sour Patch tubes.
Oh, like the little pacifier things.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, I remember those. Oh my gosh. It's just a rock-shaped one of those. I'll put it in chat for you guys to see, but...
That's what I was talking about.
Baby bottle pop.
What were you talking about, Zeph, with that? What the food? Chickens?
Oh no, I just questioned relation. I don't think the rock is. I hope it's not too related to my own. I'll choose not to think on that for now.
Just running a dead bird.
No, I mean the goals where my sisters and I lived. We didn't eat them, but we didn't consider them to be us. They I mean, I would hope not. They were pretty dumb, but
Zephyr just having an existential crisis over whether or not she committed cannibalism. This campaign is literally just existential crisis.
Yeah.
The monster campaign.
Yeah.
What is red?
Red is still covered in red, by the way.
None of you heard it speak, though, right?
We're almost there, so...
I'm going to go with no.
Its vocal cords were delicious.
All I know is that it was causing issues, and we tried talking to its folks. You were there, we tried.
Yes. So, could this be a, looks at Reggie, avatar of a god, then?
Generally speaking, avatars of deities and such are a bit more powerful and are not so easily beheaded. So I just believe this was a rather large bird.
Oh, so the little ones may have just been behind in where they chose to put their loyalties.
Yeah, they should have trusted the frog.
Yes. Certain individuals tend to throw their faith behind things that are strong. You mentioned, or I believe Merasmus mentioned you had a kobold in your party at one point. Take them, for example. They tend to worship, I believe, dragons and such, which they themselves are not gods.
Wait, Asch worshipped a dragon?
Well, I don't know if that individual did, but generally speaking.
Did you say anything to you, Erasmus?
I think. Dragons, I heard, can be evil. Maybe he worshipped one of them. I don't know. This chicken's good. And this rock.
You're just eating the bone, though.
I know. I'm sharpening it.
What are you going to do? Make it a shank?
Yes. I'm gonna use it to get more food.
I see.
Could you push that out of yourself at a high enough speed to
Could you
cast from far away?
Could you shoot it?
Let's find out.
I'll stand a good distance away. I'm ready.
All right. Let's see how this fucking goes. I rolled a nat 1. Oh no!
Imagine slowly comes out of his mouth and just drops.
Trisky.
You amaze me. Oh boy.
Okay, I think. Yeah. Either I think I swallow the dagger,
You
Or
just
it-
dissolve it.
or somebody may need to make a reflex save.
Can I use deflect arrows for the situation?
I would like
Yeah.
you to roll a 1d4, and I will use that to interpret who you accidentally spat the dagger at.
I rolled a. Can't see.
You have to click on it 3.
I got 3. I got 3.
Reginald!
Oh dear.
A dagger suddenly comes flying at you. Would you roll a reflex save DC 15 for me?
Sure.
I'm so sorry.
As soon as I find it. There it is.
Okay, thank Christ.
Okay, so Reginald, like, steps aside and grabs the dagger midair and puts it away. Nat
Yeah,
1
he-
into nat 20.
He just sees the dagger coming at him, just steps aside. Oh, thank you. I was needing some projectiles.
It's a bone,
that-
though.
That answers your question, Rod.
Did you shoot it yet?
He's like all the way on top of a hill, like ducking down.
Yeah.
Yes!
Where'd it go?
New guy got it.
That wasn't very far.
I mean, I'm not.
Fine catch.
What?
Hold on, if
Monk
you want
is just
something
like,
far,
I wish
know
I could
something
grab
that'll
stuff
help.
that well.
Oh, Jesus.
You want something far,
Just
I
fucking,
gotcha.
just fucking like hillbilly Hicks style, pulls out a shotgun and blasts it over your head.
Jeez.
No, he don't got no ammo. Can't use that.
You just hear like a strange click sound.
Oh, darn it. Back in the hat it goes.
Hmm.
And I assume the party's going towards Stantrum now.
Yeah.
It will be about. It is about a day or two travel. So you do have to spend the night at some point camping out.
Easy.
Can I,
Who would like to roll a D100 for me?
Reginald.
no.
Sure.
She almost got shot with a dagger. Let's see what we got.
Oh.
That is a 96.
Damn!
Yay.
Whee!
Did someone say dragon?
Dragon,
Let
dragon.
me see.
While we're in camp, I will have sort of unfolded the suitcase, and it actually turns into like a table with like some padding in the bottom, and I start taking stuff out. and basically start brewing up a potion.
You are a
I am
shaman.
having a.
Alchemist, but sure.
What's an alchemist?
Someone who can create potions and other alchemical items. Have you ever seen or used a vial of acid?
I got things. Pulls out a Molotov cocktail.
Yes, something like that. I can potentially make.
So,
Could you make something? You sound destructive. Could you make something that I could drop from above?
Potentially, yes. If I can only make certain things, but if I were to find a spell book or a scroll or something that has a destructive magic on it, I could potentially recreate it. Or I could perchance make something purely alchemical and not magical in nature.
Interesting.
so
Hey. Go
real
on.
quick to interrupt, as you're wandering along down the road back towards Stantrum. I assume you're following the road, right? Because it's the simplest way, and all the grass is way too tall.
Do we pass the burn patch?
Oh yeah, you passed the burn patch. It has not regrown. Quite obviously, it's only been like a few days.
Good time. Erasmus, this was before you were back. Good times.
It's just a patch of smoldering ash that was once tall stalks of grain or grass or something.
Is it edible? Time to test that.
You approach the ash and attempt to put some in your mouth, and you get the bare minimum nutrients of it, but if you have any form of flavor receptors, it doesn't taste good at all.
He don't got flavor. He just is happy to be eaten.
You
He's gonna
consume
put-
the ash.
He's gonna put some of the ash on the chicken that he had. Just
You now consume ash-covered chicken. Rose, that is such a good breading for your chicken.
Chicken.
Around this point, you all turn and sort of, I would like all party members to make a quick perception check for me.
Damn.
Doing good.
All right. Merasmus, Chaise, and Fester are too preoccupied with this newfound edible, or rather, thinking about how they don't want any of it for themselves. Because Chaise does have taste buds. I am making that canon. However, Zephyr and Runt look about and sort of just. The thing you notice is the lack of anything to notice. It is too quiet. Normally there would be nature around making some form of generic sounds like grasshoppers and whatnot and all sorts of things, but it's quiet.
At this, I'm going to give a quick whistle and dive into a patch of grass. And stealth. Trusting the nature of how it's quiet and we're not. I'm diving and going into stealth.
Zephyr at around the same time would just kind of start flying up a bit higher and higher and just try to just kind of glide and not make much noise.
You have all lost track of Runt. Real quick, Runt, Marasmus. I would like you to both make a check for me. I just need to figure out which one is the correct one, if I should just use perception again. Yeah, they don't really have anything different than it, so roll me another perception check, please.
Chicken. No.
Oh, natural 1.
And Marasmus got 3 total.
I haven't got no bonuses. You still complain about Nat 1. You got 15.
Nat 1's a nat 1.
Nat 1 replaces that. It ignores all buffs.
Ooh.
In this system, at least. So,
mean,
yeah, that's a
technically-
1. But you duck into stealth. Assumedly, you give the party some sort of signal to do something similar. Does anybody else react similarly and try to hide?
I mean, Zephyr, by going higher, is kind of trying to do that. Essentially, just stay high up, not making noise, and check the surroundings.
You look around, Zephyr, and nothing catches your eye from up there. Meanwhile, Fester, Chaise, what are you up to?
I'm going to sort of pluck one of my extracts from my belt and also duck into a nearby bush.
Alright, so you're ducking into a nearby bush. Roll a stealth check for me. Marasmus goes invisible.
Should do also a stealth check.
You have a bit of an issue remaining completely quiet as pieces of the corn or wheat or whatever it is keep jabbing into your sides no matter how you move.
Mm-hmm.
That I need your stealth check though, Chaise. That was for Fester.
Yeah.
All
I also
right.
have like just a bunch of clinky vials, so that probably doesn't help.
No.
Chase's idea of stealth is to sit in the middle of the road and look like a chair.
That's how we found her. That's how we found her. We found her in a flock of chairs.
It's true. They do run in packs.
Oh, good.
The road remains silent. The world seems to remain silent. And you sit there, anticipating something. And as you look down the road, and wait, for the longest time, nothing happens. So much so that you nearly consider it to be like a false alarm and consider starting to regroup and continuing on your way when you notice some shapes coming out of seemingly nowhere far down the road. Marasmus, Runt, you both feel a sudden chill. Zephyr, you feel some form of seeming pressure on you, bidding you to lower your altitude, so to say.
Can I resist it? Or is it just...
Yeah, do me a will check. DC 15.
Ah, crap. Ring wraiths.
Believe in you, Z. Woo! Monk bullshit.
You
Very
feel it
precious.
for a moment and tell it to fuck off, and it promptly does. But you do notice strange shapes far below you. These shapes are not... The best way you could say it is they are not material. For Marasmus and Runt, this feels oddly more familiar. But these strange blue wisp forms appear, 5 of them in total, wandering towards you. They are about a good football field's length away. American football, because we're nerds. And as they approach, and they come closer and closer in view, you notice something really off-putting. They're all you. As these blue ethereal shapes making the form of Runt, the form of Marasmus, the form of Chaise, the form of Fester, and the form of Zephyr approach slowly and steadily.
Have I heard stories of these creatures?
You do not know.
What sort of knowledge check would it be to like identify these?
You can make an argument for Arcana.
All right.
Can I roll nature?
Nature would not yield you any results.
Right.
So, Fester, is looking into this. You have heard tales among not the Longshanks, but of some of the more locals of this lovely land of Morgram, of those that can tune themselves to the will of past spirits. You didn't get many details at the time, as it was all spoken as though myth, not reality. But they did mention something sort of like spirit summoning? But that doesn't exactly make full sense to you, as you're still here. Your new companions are still here. And yet you're also in some weird ghost form over there walking towards yourselves.
Yeah, Fester would definitely drink the extract he's holding at that point, and just kind of like prepares for weird stuff.
The spirits continue to approach you, and you notice something now. As they get closer to you, their positions shift. Marasmus, your clone lifts up into the air, and the spirit seems to look panicked in some way, as it attempts to grip onto something for dear life. Run! Your spirit is sitting on nothing and seems to be having some form of estranged conversation with someone. Nothing you can hear, though. Chaise, you're walking along, and this shape is darting its eyes back and forth as if in anticipation. Fester, yours fades to nothing. And Zephyr, you are now flying high above the rest. At least this form is. They continue to approach slowly, carefully. Merasmus! Yours would be the most obvious, if you haven't put it together already. Do you have any guess what's happening?
It's like he's either falling or losing his grip on something.
Yes, just about. Would you, roll me...
Is he like predicting my death or something?
You're a little bit off. Merasmus, roll me a perception check for this.
Okay. This wouldn't be a sense motive?
No.
Okay. 8.
You are
Yeah.
still oblivious. You hold on to your same current perception of it. You think this
Same chicken.
spirit is attempting to foretell your demise in some shape or form. Run! Takes you a while longer. The spirits get closer, but you and Chaise actually both seem to start getting an idea of what's going on. Would you both roll a perception for me?
Ooh, 90-20.
That was you some days ago talking to the little kid in the cart. You remember this conversation. It got really annoying at this point. Kid kept asking some weird questions, and you just couldn't get him to shut up, so you decided the best way to get through it was just to answer the questions. It was late that day. You were nearly going to set up camp for the night. Chaise, you have a vague feeling that this is a vision of your past, but the details don't come to you. Zephyr, roll the same. Perception for me. As they are now about maybe 10 yards away. Yep. Zephyr, you look at this and notice it keeping a hawk's eye view over the terrain and occasionally looking straight down at something, and then remember, this was your flight path that you took on the way out here to Morston.
Before I wound up getting shot down.
The spirits approach, come about 5 feet away from where you once were on the road, and fade to nothing. The cold feeling that Merasmus and Runt has over you suddenly peaks and then dissipates entirely. And all is calm. After a few moments, the sounds of nature come back. What are your thoughts?
I don't
Zephyr
believe in
just like
ghosts.
starts circling down.
Big
What do we want to do? Hello?
Runt will pop up behind Fester and go, that was like a couple days ago.
Yes, I believe that had something to do with phenomenon, sometimes spell casting, I believe, that allows people to see specters of the past. Why it is localized in this area, I could not say, but I definitely know why mine disappeared.
Was okay, hold up, time out. Was Rasmus's one him running in
Hey, somebody else picked up on it.
Completely cut off when he said that. God damn it.
He said, was it you riding on the horse out here?
I don't even fucking remember that shit.
Yeah, you came in on the back of a horse with the guard from Stantrum to get dropped off in Morston.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
And that vision on retrospect was you clinging to dear life to the horse because you and horses don't mix very well.
That's funny. Looking back, could I recall anything odd from that night?
That night ended with some mostly normal conversations. The kid kept talking. Nothing else really rings any bells, but you do know you were assaulted the next day by the crow people. Whether or not that's related, you have no idea.
Uh,
But with that, the party is actually almost back. As we fast forward a little bit to the next day, about midday, as you walk into the fields and lands surrounding Stantrum. On your way back in, you notice a couple of the individuals who were from Morston are now lined up outside of the tavern in something sort of like just like a, well, you don't understand the concept of a soup kitchen, most of you at least, but that would be the image that would flash in your head. Instead, they just seem to be hungry and waiting. And with that image in mind, as you come back in and we consider the images seen on the road, we are going to call that for today. A little bit of something to chew on.
I have one idea that
Big
just
think.
hit me, and I'm very curious now. I mean, I was very curious before, but now I'm more curious, like, oh damn, what if?
But you will find out in time. Or you won't. It depends on if you give enough of a shit. But to everyone else watching, I hope you enjoyed today's session. Thank you for joining us for the first session of Morgram in the new year, 2023. And have a lovely one. Join the Discord.
let's go, motherfucker.
Discord server.